Hello and welcome to Jazini Insights. Let's talk about this Bobrisky, VDM, and the FALZ situation in Nigeria. I didn't want to jump onto the story because here I'm not just about jumping into trends and talking about things. A lot of people I discovered like gossips, and when there are situations about gossips, it trends, it gets a lot of views. On this particular station, I refuse to look into it, but I see that we are all consumed. Everybody is talking about it. We are all consumed with the story. But where it caught my attention and why I want to talk about it is the national implication for us as a country. Nigeria has become that theater, I don't want to say of the absurd, but maybe I should just say something like a reality TV show where whenever you wake up, when you are less busy, when you are free, up and about, just tune in and keep watching from wherever you stopped the last time you came on. We moved from the Edo election. That election raised a lot of issues with our national values. The issues of the same corruption that is bedeviling Nigeria. It looks like when we have important things to talk about, when we have things that we should be dealing with, there is always a saga, a blockbuster reserved to distract us from those things. So since it is consuming all our attention and the reactions, when that story broke that day, I saw it. But the reactions that has come after then is what is prompting this video. For me, in the whole thing, I will start by saying that the two important things are the very audio of Bobrisky in a conversation with someone who is supposedly a friend, a client, or an acquaintance of sorts, and the response of the FALZ to the situation. But most importantly is the aspects of our nationhood embedded in the whole mess. I'm going to break it down. I think why this story is also making the rounds is because big heads are involved. If it was ordinary Nigerian gist, it won't carry the weight it is carrying. Every TV station is reporting on it. Every blog is writing and blogging on them or on it. And the issue has now moved from the very incident that caused the whole saga to saving the image of a supposed big head too. This is where we find ourselves. The first question would be, if this thing happened in a place like America, the UK, and some countries in Europe, how would it have been handled? What will be the focus? What will be the approach? What will be government's response to it? And what will it entail for the generality of the people as a country? Now let's go into the audio.
You know, I'm a very big influencer. I have over 5 million followers on my Instagram. So my Facebook, and they're paying me on my Facebook every month. So I'm okay. So they were like, all those money cannot still make me buy a house of 450 million and paying off, and where I'm staying in Chevron, blah 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 blah. The shop puts the money laundry shop. They charge me to court. So when they charge me to court, we have to beg them that okay, if they want to remove the money laundering, how much would they collect? And so we should go and bring 15 million that they will remove the money laundering. I called my friend, because I can't use my account. I wanted to send money from my account, but he said I'm still under investigation. I cannot withdraw from my account. So I now called a few of my friends. Polanco, Pelele.
Mm-hmm.
That Polanco here is my very good friend. So I called him. I told him. I was like, no, I can't want to send the whole I can't want to send the whole thing. I gave him my brother's account. He now sent 8 million naira. He can't only sent the same year.
Yeah.
I was even shocked that he can send that kind of amount of money. He said, Omogidine Oshomopega, a very nice person. So I called Demola. Demola in New York. He is my friend too. Demola sent 1 million naira because I had to call the people I'm close to, people I trust.
Absolutely.
Demola sent me 1 million. Yeah, Demola sent me 1 million naira immediately. Transferred 1 million naira to my account. Then I called other few people because I can't start making call because I don't know who set me up. So let me not start calling the wrong people. Do you understand?
Sure.
So I called the people I trust. So the money shall complete to I paid. They now remove money laundering. They now took me to court for spraying of money.
Let me give you a background to the story. Some months ago, I had also done a video on the Nigerian culture that took Bobrisky to prison. And what is that Nigerian culture? The culture of spraying money. I talked about how beautiful this culture is. I'm talking about this because I feel it is also raising cultural questions. The whole situation raises both cultural, ethical, professional, and other questions. In culture, I was asking, when Bobrisky was sentenced to prison and when the case came up, my question was it actually because of the culture? Was it actually because of the spraying of money, which is termed as part of Naira mutilation and the one of the things that will be tantamount to defacing the Naira? Now, that culture, in my opinion, is very beautiful. It's a beautiful culture. What is culture? Culture is what makes you stand out, the people's way of life. Why you are different from this group, why you are different from the other group, why you are different from this country, and why you are different from every other person on the globe. And the culture is the same reason why people would want to check you out, want to go to your place, want to have something different from theirs. And that's Nigerian culture of spraying money, something I've seen as beautiful that even other countries are trying to also copy. If people find it fascinating, intriguing, they find it exciting to come around and see you people in a party spraying money and the fun involved in it. Unfortunately, we have been trying to reject ourselves. We have tried so hard to sound acceptable, have a global appeal, sort of. And the way we're doing it is by thinking that by the time we pick other people's culture, it will happen. But I think it's not totally correct. We copy the Western world where they put money in wallets, the money is always neat and what have you. But I want to say that since time immemorial, our parents tied money in their wrappers. Our fathers hid monies under their bed, inside boxes and places they found convenient, and it wasn't an issue. But in recent times, the call to respect our national currency increased, and people are saying that spraying money is bad. But I think the issue is raising is, or the question should have been, how do we spray money? How do we preserve this Nigerian culture that has made them stand out in the Committee of Nations? And also, how many of our cultures do we still have with us? We're losing almost all our cultures. Our food culture is gradually fading off, and every other beautiful culture we are known with as Nigerians. That culture started back in the days where people were sprayed or painted in some kind of powders when they have ceremonies, celebrations, and just to identify them as the celebrant of the day, as the person that has the day. As that culture is your people trying to make you the big person of the day, identify with you, to say that you are the celebrant of the day, you merited what you're celebrating, you've been through this and now you are victorious, you are celebrating, to say we are also supporting you, we are your friends, we are your family, we are your clique, we are your fans, we are whatever it is, and this is our way of celebrating you, of beautifying you. It confers importance on you as a celebrant of the day. It also makes you have a sense of belonging, that my people are supporting me and they are giving you that morale. And there are many implications for all of us, or different meanings for all of us who in most cases are involved in spraying money. And one thing I've also noticed that even after some people have gone in as examples in this practice, it didn't stop, because it's difficult to stop a culture when you have not made it a national call. Even though that law was passed, it wasn't done in a way that it will be holistic, because they forget that Nigeria is a component, Nigeria is comprised with nation states. We have different nationalities or nationalities in the Nigerian arrangement, and these nationalities have over time retained their original identity, retained their original cultures, even in the amalgamation of the huge country. Now, how do we now in the central powers declare that this culture should go away when we, the people whose exact cultures they are not going away, and we are becoming interwoven, copying each other in the union of the big country? So this is by the way. So Nigeria will have to decide whether it wants to jettison this beautiful culture. I think the question should have been, how do we spray the money? If we say, let's not spray money in a way that people will step on them and make them, ruffle them and deface them, it's something different other than scrapping the culture. If we say there are reserved areas where the celebrants stay, and when is that time of the event when it is time to spray money, you go where they are, spray them with money such that people are not dancing on the money, and you know, that's a different thing other than saying that we are totally scrapping that culture. And now, I also feel that other forms of mutilations that we should focus on is perforation, writing, printing of fake notes, and more serious forms of naira abuse other than the spraying of naira.